Okay. What's up, everybody? My name is Andrea with the Glamid Duo. If you're new here and if you are, today is a great day to become a subscriber, so feel free to hit that button down below. And if you're an oldie but a goodie, welcome back to another video. So today is going to be really exciting because I'm going to share with you my top 6 vessels and sculptures that I've accumulated over these past couple months that I haven't really shown you guys, but I'm actually going to style them with you. So this video is going to be very interactive. You can see what I got, where I got them from. I'm going to show you some inspo pics, and I'm also going to show you how I style them with some things that I have here around the house. So let's get right into the video. So this first piece I'm going to show you is actually a gem that I found, and don't get mad at me, but I found it like 4 or 5 months ago at Home Goods. I don't know why I never showed you guys. It's been in the corner of my unfinished little studio space, and I was looking in there the other day and I was like, oh my gosh, I never showed this piece to my fam. So today will be his debut. So this piece is very abstract. It has a really long, slender neck, comes down. It really reminds me like of a woman, like slender, and then it has some little curves at the bottom. It's just so good, you guys. I love the color on this. That's actually what drew me in first, the color and then the shape, because this is yummy nude. It's not too pinky nude, it's not too brown, it's just like dead center in the middle of those two, which is my favorite. So it's very neutral, very easy to style, and I just had to have it. It's ceramic and it was made in Portugal, so you know, make you feel like you have a well-traveled home. And I have been obsessed with like plastered staircases and Venetian plastered walls, and I just felt like this gave that vibe without me having to commit to plastering my walls or the non-existent imaginary staircase in my house that I don't have. So yeah, I had to have it. It's very muted but very overstated at the same time, and I love that balance. So let's go ahead and get to styling this piece. Okay, so this first little vignette, if you will, I'm actually going to keep it kind of simple. So I went outside and I got a branch. I found a tree that I liked, that branch, and I looked really ridiculous trying to get it, but I didn't care because I wasn't paying $10 for a branch when there are plenty outside. So I just stuck this branch in here. I chose this one because it was dark, so the play on the different tones, the light and the dark, gives it really good dimension. And the shape of this branch really, it's not too much for the vase, so it doesn't take away from the shape of the vase, but it's just enough for there to be some kind of interest on both ends. So I just stuck that in there, and then I put this black marble bowl that I got from CB2 that I shared with you guys a couple videos ago, filled with moss next to it. And I think this is like the perfect balance. You have some dark, some light, and a lot of earthiness coming into this whole vignette, and it's just really good. Okay, so on to the next vignette. You guys know I love a good coffee table book, so we're going to play around with those. I'm going to keep the vessel and the branch the same in the same position. I'm going to use this Architectural Digest 100 book and this Live Beautiful book by Athena Calderon, and we're going to stack these on this little pedestal setup that I have for you guys. I use these books because they're in the same color family as the vessel, that very nude, light, airy, you know, tan color. And there's also a lot of dimension on the top of this Live Beautiful book, which I love. So you have some dimension with the branch in the vessel and some dimension with the black frame windows on this cover of this Live Beautiful book, and it just looks so good. They play off each other really well. And if you're a little extra like me, you can add a little crystal on the top. This is just a quartz crystal that I found at Home Goods for a very good price, and I think it's perfect touch. A little glam, but not too much. So there you have it, vignette number 2. And here are a few inspo pics I want to share with you guys that kind of mimic this piece. There's this plastered staircase that has these little sculptures on the side. So a lot of our homes aren't that overstated, so if you have something smaller and you can do some wallpaper or some paint color. If you do have plastered walls or a plastered staircase, this piece would be perfect to just stick in the corner because you can still see the shape, but it still kind of blends in. So it really like draws your eye to it, and then you have your little branch sticking out to draw some more attention. Oh, just so good. So this next item I want to share is this cast stone vessel from Williams-Sonoma. I actually got it a couple months ago. Sadly, it is sold out right now, so I'm so sorry. I did share it on my Instagram stories when I got it. So if you guys don't follow me, consider doing that, because a lot of things that don't make it onto YouTube, I share on my stories, and I always share how much I got it for and where I got it from. So like I said, this is from Williams-Sonoma. It's cast stone. It's made from concrete. Now, when I ordered it, I thought it was going to be totally different. Like, I thought the color was going to be totally different because it looks way lighter on the website. Like, way lighter. But it's actually more of a dark taupe in person, which I'm not mad at. I just was expecting something different. But honestly, I'd rather have this color because it's way more muted and fits more into my decor, more into my color scheme, and then the lighter one that I thought I was going to get. So I don't remember the original price of it. I want to say it was maybe like $120. They had two different sizes, the large and the small. I went with the small, and it's still really large, so I'm glad I didn't go with the large. But I got it on sale for $59.99, and I thought it was a good deal. Looking at it, I could have DIY'd something, but I didn't because
I don't want to.
Yeah, sometimes you just want to buy it, sometimes you just want to splurge, and it was still on sale, so in my mind I kind of rationalized buying it. And I saw something similar online that was going for like hundreds and hundreds of dollars, same texture, different color, but same concept, and I was like, oh yeah, it's still a good deal. So let's get into styling this piece. So this piece is beautiful on its own, so you can definitely leave it alone, but we're going to style it up a little bit for the sake of the video. So I have these little stems that I got from Hobby Lobby a couple months ago. They're like $9.99 for a bundle of them. So I'm just going to stick a few in here, just a little bit for a little bit of drama. I didn't want to put the whole bundle in there because I felt like that would be too much. So this is very earthy, a lot of good earth tones, and this is actually some concrete and some faux moss, so you're bringing that outside in, which I love. Now this vessel I did share with you guys on a previous video. It was white and gray with a little bit of green, but I found some inspo in the Live Beautiful book by Athena Calderon, and I decided to go with dark gray and leave the white ruffles as is, and I love the way it turned out. So we're gonna put this on the side, and I just love how the colors play off of each other. I'm gonna stick this right here on the right side of the floor, and let's just bask in the glory of this vignette really quick. Okay, vignette number 2 for this setup. I'm going to do something really subtle, but it's going to make a huge difference. So I'm going to take these moss stems out of the vessel that I have sitting on this pedestal, and I'm going to leave that as is. So we're going to take a bigger branch that I also got from outside in nature, and I'm going to stick that in the floor vase, and I'm going to have it reaching over like on top of the vessel that I have sitting on the pedestal. Just for the drama of it all, you still get earthiness from the branch and the color of the Williams-Sonoma vessel. Some dark gray, some white, a lot of dimension, a lot of interest. This is very wabi-sabi to me. I really love the look of clustered vessels, like putting them all in one place. So this is perfect. So there you go, vignette number 2. Vignette number 3 is also going to be really easy. I'm going to keep the vessel here on the pedestal, and I'm going to take this bust of this torso, this distressed torso that I found from Home Goods that I shared with you guys a couple of videos ago, and I'm just going to stick this right here on the floor. This really doesn't need anything extra. Everything here is just so good, so interesting to look at. I love the way the color payoff of the vessel plays on the little distressing on the torso. So good, so amazing, very Roman and rustic, and just so good. have a few inspo pics I want to share with you guys. The styling is just infinite with this piece. You can stick it on a pedestal and just have it on its own, and it make a huge statement. Just so beautiful to look at. If you can stick another vessel like I showed you guys in my styling, and just have like a little cluster, a little family of vessels, and they'll look good together. I actually love the way earth tones look with the bright colors. So like in this picture, you see they have this really bright, beautiful chair, and then they have these vessels and these earth tones, really, you know, muted shades next to it, and you have that juxtaposition. Just so pretty, so bomb. So next up, I have this little taupe terracotta footed bulb that I found on Amazon. I was actually on Amazon looking for a different item, but you know, you can scroll down, it'll show you similar or things you might like, and I stumbled across this, and it was like $18, and I was like, yes please. So I got it, and I got it in the mail, and it's this beautiful rich taupe color. It's so good. It's not just straight and modern, it's very, the form is just kind of like abstract or imperfect, which I really love because it adds a little bit of personality to your space. It looks very handmade. Let's style this thing up. So I want to show you guys how easy it is to style with this. This is like the perfect additive to like any vignette, and it's just so easy, so effortless. So we're going to go to a previous vignette, well, part of one that I shared earlier in this video with this abstract vase, the branch, the AD book, and the Live Beautiful book. And we're just gonna sit this bowl right here. And that's it. That's vignette number one. Just look, just all the color payoff, everything plays off each other well, the abstract form, the curves, everything in this whole vignette is just good, everything. And that was easy as just sitting it on a stack of books, easy. Okay, so we're gonna be a little bit extra. I shared this footed bowl candle in a previous video as well, and because it is so similar to the one that I bought, but it's so light at the same time, it has a little bit more texture and form. We're just gonna stick this behind it and light the candle, and then just y'all, this is so easy. Footed bowls are so easy to add a little something extra, but not too much. Literally, you can just sit them down and that's it. So we're gonna sit this behind the footed bowl, like I said, light the candle, and this is just another vibe. Now, if you still wanna be a little extra, you can go with crystals again. I'm just gonna take a few more of these quartz clusters that I got from Home Goods. These are small. I really love them. They look like ice to me, and I'm just gonna stick these in this bowl. It's the same vignette, but it's a little bit extra because of the crystals. So we have these crystals inside, and let's just go for a little bit more of a glam look. I'm going to stick this quartz crystal cluster tea light holder that I found a couple months ago at Home Goods. I'm going to stick it right here, stick a tea light in it, light that as well, and we have a little bit of glam, but not too much. This is just so good, y'all. So like I said, that footed bowl would literally look good anywhere. I just proved it to you guys. I literally stuck it somewhere where there was already decor, and it just looks so good. Just very good to add on a bookcase, on some shelves, on a coffee table. Literally just stick it anywhere and it'll make a statement. So next up, we have this beautiful, beautiful kind of glam, but it's not too glam. It's still very neutral in my opinion. I found it at Home Goods for $12.99. It is this glass and brass vase. It's like a bulb, like a glass bulb, and the neck of it is covered in this beautiful brass metal, and I just fell in love with it. Like I said, I got it for $12.99 at Home Goods maybe like 2 weeks ago, And CB2 is actually a dupe for the CB2 Florence brass and glass vase. Theirs is $30, and Target has one as well, but the one at Target, it doesn't have the brass on the top. So if you're not into the brassiness, or you don't like gold or anything like that, you want something a little more understated, you can get the one from Target. Now the one from Target is not like a clear glass. It looks like it has a bit of a gray tint. So that's something to consider. And I just love the way this little vase looks. I love the brass on it because it didn't look cheap. And I love the glass against the brass. So I just had to pick it up. So let's get to styling this piece. So I wanted to add a bit more glass, a bit more romanticism into this vignette. So I'm going to take these pillar candles that I have stuck inside of these glass cylinders that I usually have in my living room lit, and I'm going to put them right here on the floor just for some drama. And we're going to take this Fendi baguette book that I've had for years and years and years. Y'all, if you look up how much you're trying to sell this for online, it's actually really ridiculous. But I got this for like $50 a couple years ago at Marshall's, and I just had this sitting around the house. And I'm just going to stick this right here on this pedestal. Okay, so now we're going to take this glass vase and I'm going to sit it right here on the book, right here in the corner, so you can still see the words on the book. I'm just laying like that. I need you to see what I bought. So I'm going to stick it right here. So I'm going to take these bunny tails that I found at Hobby Lobby. You can get a bundle for $10, but I actually got them half off, so it's $5. And I'm just going to take maybe 3 or 4 of them out of the bundle, and I'm just going to stick them right into the vase. Not too much. I didn't want a whole bunch of stuff going on in this vignette. And they're going to stick this little crystal on a stand that I actually found at Home Goods for just about $10. Just create a little bit more dimension to play off the black on the words in the book. I just wanted the perfect touch of nature, and I just feel like the softness of the bunny tails really adds to the vignette because you have the edginess of the brass and the roughness of the crystal and the linen material of the book, and then you have some warmth with the candles burning here on the floor. This vignette is just life. So vignette number 2, I want to go for a little bit more of a minimal look. So we're going to stick with all white coffee table books in this one. So I'm going to keep the pillar candles down here on the floor. And I'm just going to stack a whole bunch of books that are all white with black text. So I'm literally just going to stack all these on top of each other. And then I'm going to stick this vase on the top. And boom, I'm going to keep the bunny tails in because I just like the way that looks. And I just feel like this is still a vibe, a little bit more minimal in my opinion. Just so good. So let's do another vignette. I'm going to take away these pillar candles and I'm going to replace those with this line drawing I found from Ross for $12. Yes, $12 from Ross. This is so on trend, these line drawings. It was in a matte. I love the gold, the black, the taupe. I just had to have it. It was so cheap. I couldn't just leave it in the store. So I'm just going to stick this right here in the corner. I'm going to keep the books the same. I'm going to keep the vase in the same position. But I still want to add a little bit of an element, a little bit more dimension to this vignette. So I'm going to add these little marble candle holders that I thrifted on Poshmark, and I'm going to add some candlesticks in these and light them up. You can literally stick this on a stack of books, a stack of magazines. You can stick it on a coffee table with some pampas grass. If you find one big enough, you can stick branches out of it. I've seen people put water in a vase like this and stick a huge branch out of it, so it kind of looks like the branch is growing out of the vase, and I just think it looks so good. Okay, so let's get into the next item. So this item actually came from H&M Home. H&M Home has fastly become one of my favorite places to find little decorative items because they're so affordable and so nice, and the quality is there. So this is a sculpture that I found. It's $34.99, but I actually got it on sale. They do sales all the time, like 20% off. They give you coupons all the time when you order things. So make sure you guys like sign up and have a membership, which is totally free. But I got this on sale. It's originally $34.99, and I love the organic shape of it. I actually saw this piece when Arvin Olano shared it on his Instagram stories, and I was like, oh my gosh, I need that. I don't have a shape like that in my home, so I went and bought it real quick. And it like sold out really fast, you guys. So whenever you see anything on H&M that you like, go ahead and get it. If you don't like it, return it, because that stuff goes quick, okay? So what I love about this piece, it is ceramic on the top, and then it has like this black wooden stand, so you can, it's still elevated and you can still see it, and there's dimension between the light and the dark. It's just so good, y'all, and the price, you can't beat it. So let's get into styling this piece as well. Okay, I'm just gonna go back to this floor vase because y'all, I just love this thing so much. It just really adds the perfect touch to pretty much anything I put it next to. So we're gonna stick this right here in the corner with the branch kind of leaning to the side. I wanted to stay true to the black on the bottom of the sculpture, so we're gonna stay with straight black coffee table books in this vignette. Now these books did have covers on them, but I just simply took them off and they were just plain black underneath. So this one is a Versace book that I found on Amazon, and this one is The Making of Gucci that I found at Home Goods a couple months ago. And they both have gold text on the spine, so I think they will look perfect stacked on top of each other. So we're just gonna put these right here on top of this little pedestal, and then we're gonna stick the stoneware sculpture on top of that. Now I actually have a geo crystal that kind of mimics the shape of the top of this sculpture, like the ceramic part of it. So I'm gonna stick this right here on the floor, so it still kind of complements the piece but doesn't take too much attention away from it. And I'm a little bit extra, so I'm gonna stick these marble candle holders with the paper candles inside of them right here in the corner and light them up. And I just think this looks so good, you guys. We have some earthiness, we have some dimension, just this is so good. It looks so romantic. So for me, this is a very moody vignette with the black. So let's kind of lighten it up a little bit, just for kicks and giggles. I'm gonna take the Gucci and the Versace book off, and I'm gonna take that AD and Live Beautiful book, that coffee table book combo, and put them right under the stone sculpture and keep everything else the same. And this looks totally different, but literally I changed two things and it's like a totally different look. So here's another one for you guys. There you go. Vignette number 2. Stoneware looks so good anywhere you put it, like literally. This piece looks good on a console table next to some candles and some books. In this picture, I really love this picture because the coffee table really mimics the stoneware they have on top of it. So I'm not sure what kind of stone their coffee table is made of, you know, per se, but it looks really good because it's still muted, but it's still shapely, and they just stuck some stoneware on top and some other decorative items. Y'all, this is just so good. It's so easy. It looks so effortless, but so designer. So this last piece, but certainly not least, is actually one of my favorites in this whole haul because anything I've seen like it is really designer and really expensive, but this piece was only $14.99. And it's from H&M Home. It's so good. It's ceramic. It's so good. It's so wavy. It's so curvy. It's so good, y'all. This is honestly one of my favorite pieces. I want the larger one, but it's been out of stock for a while. I have my notifications on so that I'm notified when it comes back in stock, but until then, the mini it is. So let's get into styling this up. So like the footed bowl, this piece is really easy. You can literally stick it anywhere and it'll look good. So we're gonna play off that last vignette, and we're just gonna take that sculpture off and replace it with this sculpture. and it's a different vibe in my opinion. Nothing really changed except for the sculpture, but I just want to do something a little bit extra just to make it look a little bit more different. I'm going to take these bunny tails and I'm going to stick them right down the center along like diagonally along the book, and have them kind of draped over the side just to add a little bit of softness, a little bit more nature. And oh, it is just so good, you guys. I love the way this looks. Tell me this is not a vibe.
But you can't.
You can't. So on to the last vignette of the video. This is probably my favorite one of the whole video. So let's get right into it. So we're gonna take everything away. We're just gonna clear everything away and start from scratch. We are going to use that cast stone vessel that I mentioned earlier in the video from Little Sonoma, and we're gonna sit it right here on the floor. Next up, I'm going to take this Fendi baguette book and I'm going to stick it right here on the pedestal. I just want a lot of earth tones in this vignette, so I'm going to stick this one right here. And then we're going to take that H&M vase and stick it here on the top of the book in the corner. Next up, we're going to use that taupe terracotta footed bowl that's filled with those quartz crystals and sit them on top of the book as well. I just really love how earthy this looks. I love the interest, all the shapes going on in this whole vignette. We're going to add this branch, and for some added drama, we're just going to drape it over the side and have it kind of sitting on the book a little bit. And boom, y'all. But we're not done. I love how rough the branch looks, but I want to add a little bit of softness to it. So I'm going to add these bunny tails right down the middle, just because I just love the way bunny tails look, and I love a juxtaposition, like you guys know. So boom, we're done. That's it. Okay guys, that is it for me today. Thank you so much for watching. This was so much fun to do, so for sure more of these videos will be coming in the future. Let me know down in the comments which vignette was your favorite, which item was your favorite. I hope you're able to get some of these items yourself or even DIY them. Let me know. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe. Thank you again for tuning in. I'll see you in my next video. Peace out.